Hey y'all, it's Ann from What's Up Family Home. Welcome back to my kitchen, and today I have an exciting collab for you. This one is with my friend Melinda at Melinda's Messy Sink, and you will love her channel and you will love her. She is the sweetest, most encouraging person you will ever meet. She had asked me a while back if I wanted to do a collab with her because she said I helped her out when she first started on YouTube. So that tells you what kind of wonderful person she is. And I will have her video linked down below. She does the greatest what's for dinners. Her meals look amazing. She also does grocery hauls, and she also has a meal plan. And she and her husband, they love to travel, they love to camp, they love to garden. She said she loves to watch her husband garden, and she cooks up all those delicious vegetables that he grows. So I love her channel. She is the sweetest. I hope you'll go check out her channel and let her know that Ann sent you. So I'm going to turn you around and show you what we had for meals this week. They were some delicious meals, I'm telling you. So I'll turn you around and let's get started. Hey y'all, tonight's dinner is going to be chicken tips and baked potatoes. And I ran out of oil, so I'm using some shortening on the potatoes. I've just salted them really well. They'll go into a 400-degree oven for about an hour. I've got my chicken cubes out of the freezer. I've just got some really, really hot water in this pot, and I'm just going to let them sit there until they defrost. This is really quick and easy. So I've got my chicken, and I've got some salt and pepper and onion and garlic powder, of course. And I've got some Italian dressing that I made from a packet from Walmart, and I'm going to add that. And I always make kebabs in the summer, and this is the way I always make those and put them on the grill. But today I'm just going to stir fry it basically with some peppers and onions, and this is really good. It's a lot cheaper than steak for sure, but it's just as good. And I'm just going to stir that in and let it sit for a while, and then I'll start getting my pan heated up. I've got butter for flavor, and I've got some shortening for some high heat. And I'm just going to let that pan heat up really hot. And then I'm just going to add my chicken. Make sure you don't crowd the pan. Just make one layer of chicken. And don't turn it until it gets brown on the one side. If it sticks to the pan, it's not ready yet. It'll come off from the pan when it's ready. And then I just took it out of the pan and added some peppers and some onions, some peppers from my freezer. And I'm just going to saute those, and then I'll add those back into the chicken and get all those juices in there and stir that around. And that's pretty much done, just like steak tips, except it's chicken, and it's just as delicious. This is one of our favorite go-to meals. It's really quick and easy. And I just added a salad with it, and I got that baked potato. This was really, really good. And it took no time at all, especially it was fast because that chicken just took no time to cook. So that's what we had for dinner tonight. Okay, tonight's Taco Tuesday, so I'm going to make Mexican-inspired chicken spaghetti. And I cooked a whole chicken, and I'm using the broth from it. And I'll also be using some of the chicken from it. And I know the Pioneer Woman, she cooks a whole chicken when she makes her chicken spaghetti. And after the spaghetti is cooked, I'm just going to add some chicken from the whole chicken that I made and stir that around. And then I've got some home canned salsa. I'm going to add that to the pot and add some green chilies, because if it's a Mexican dish, I got to have some green chilies. Those are some of my favorite Mexican items to have on hand. And I'm just going to stir that around. And then I'll add a can of cream of chicken soup. And then I'll stir that around, and I'm also going to add some milk in that can of that cream of chicken can, and mix that around as well. It is smelling so good in here. And just mix that around really good, and then I added some pepper jack cheese and stirred that in really well. So I just added it to my baking dish, and I just greased it really well. And I am going to add some cheese over the top of it. I'm going to add some pepper jack, but I'm also going to add some Colby Jack because I like that little bit of orange. That way you get some color besides just like a white color. I know you have all the peppers in there, but I think it just looks nicer. So I'm just going to add that to the chicken spaghetti, and then it'll be time to bake. It baked about 30 minutes till it was nice and bubbly. Everything is already cooked, so really you just want to get everything hot and the cheese browned. And I just made a salad to go with it. Y'all, this was delicious. I will definitely make this again, but I didn't have enough salad dressing, so I put my salad in here to get all the salad out of the jar. So that was kind of crazy, but it worked. So this is our delicious chicken spaghetti, and that's what we had for dinner tonight on Taco Tuesday. For tonight, we're just going to eat the chicken tips. I've got the potatoes over there, and I heated up some tortillas so Doug could make a wrap or like a taco, and I've got the shredded cheese there, and I shredded up some lettuce too. And I'm just going to have chicken tips and potatoes, and that's his plate, and this is mine. I'm just eating what we had the other night because it was delicious, and I can eat it again tonight. Tonight we're having some country fried steak. This came from the half a cow that we bought from my brother-in-law. It's been in the freezer, so I just put it in some hot water like I did the chicken and defrosted it. And I've got some flour here, salt and pepper, and I've got an egg and some milk, and I'm just going to mix that around till it gets incorporated really good. And I'm going to pour some of that egg and milk mixture in the flour. I saw the Pioneer woman do this when she made some country fried steak, and I really like doing it. It makes the steak a little bit crunchier, so I'm just going to mix that together really well, and it gives it it makes some little pockets on the country fried steak, and it just gives it a little extra crunch. So I'm just going to put it in the flour first and get it coated really good. Then put it in the milk and egg, and then put it back in the flour. Sometimes I'll do it a third time if my steak sits there and waits, since you have to do it in batches, so I'll just put it back in the flour again. So make sure it's well coated, and make sure your grease is really hot, and I just fry it on both sides for about 3 to 4 minutes. And I've just got my strainer here so I don't have to put it on a paper towel and get it soggy. And I'll just keep it in the oven on about 200 until they all get done. And I've got some of these Walmart biscuits. These were really, really good. And I'm just going to put those in the oven to bake, and I'm going to start on the gravy. I'm just going to mix some flour in with the grease and just let it hang out and cook out all that flour taste. You just got to give it a few minutes and it'll cook down, and then I'll just add some salt and pepper to that. And then I'll add some milk. And I always like to add milk and water, so I've added some water to the last of the milk, and just stir it around until it's nice and bubbly, and that's all it is to it. And this gravy is really, really good. So there's my steak, and I'm having some mashed potatoes with it and the gravy. So that's what we had for dinner tonight. For our last meal of the night, we're having pizzas. I'm making a buffalo chicken pizza and a barbecue chicken pizza. I've just added some Frank's Red Hot sauce and some butter, mixed that together, and I defrosted some chicken and put it half in the buffalo sauce, and I put half in the barbecue sauce. And this is with some bullseye, and it's really good. If you don't make your own, this is really good. I did add a little bit of rice wine vinegar to make sure that it wasn't really, really sweet. I have 3 packs of crust. I bought 2 at Ingles because I only had 1 left from Walmart, and I'm just going to combine them all together. Doug likes his a little bit thicker, so I'm going to go ahead and combine 2 with his and 1 with mine. And then I'm going to add some pepper jack, some Colby, and I'm also going to add some mozzarella. These crusts are really easy to use. Just use a half a cup of hot water per pack of crust mix and stir it together really good, and cover it with some oil and cover it with a towel or a plate for about 5 minutes. Then you want to preheat your oven to 475 degrees. And then adjust your racks Don't put it on the very bottom, but just the one up above that. Okay, I've got my cheese shredded. I've got mozzarella, Colby, and pepper jack, and my dough is ready. And I'm going to divide it up and put it in my 2 baking sheets over there. Okay, I got the crust on here, and I put down the buffalo chicken and the barbecue. This smells really, really good. And I'm going to add some cheese, but I did not shred enough cheese on here, so I'm going to have to put this on here and then shred up some more. I'm glad I didn't have enough cheese because I totally forgot that I didn't put onions on my barbecue chicken pizza. And I usually put red onions on there, but I didn't have any, so I just thinly sliced some white onions, and now I'm going to top it with the rest of the cheese, and it's going to be ready for the oven. Okay, they'll bake in the oven about 15 minutes. I would switch them around after about 7 minutes so they can brown evenly on the bottom. Okay, they were in the oven about 15 minutes, and they are smelling amazing. These are going to be really, really good. Both of these pizzas were so good. It didn't take hardly any time to put together and bake. And it's just a perfect Saturday night meal. You don't want to be in the kitchen all night. And that buffalo chicken pizza was hot. It was really good, but it was spicy. I had to dip it in that dressing. But the salad was really good. This was just a perfect weeknight meal. I hope you all enjoyed a week of what we had for dinner. They were all amazing. And I want to thank Melinda for asking me to collab with her. She is just an amazing person, as well as great in the kitchen. So I hope you'll go check out her channel and like and subscribe. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next video.